Hello. I was told by my wife that I really don't know this story, and maybe I shouldn't tell it, but I'll do it anyway. I at one time had a tenant in a house who decided he wouldn't pay, and I didn't know what to do. His roommate had said it was his time to pay this month because she had already paid 2 months worth of rent. So finally, after stalking him, I realized he was out of town. She told me after I found her that he was out of town. So I started really to call him. I called his dad. His dad told me, "I don't know why you called me. You're not getting any money from me." And I said, "Well, I just wanted to see if he's around." And this. So long story short, finally he wouldn't answer my calls, and I finally caught up with him, and he gave me a check, which didn't matter because I could have played basketball with it. It would have bounced. So I finally struck a deal up with his roommate that she would go ahead and find another place to live. So she was actually very glad because she realized this is going to be a mess. So he finally has given me every excuse he could. And I would drive by the house and he was never there. And I'm like, well, you know. So one day I let myself in. Now she has moved out and it's only his stuff in one bedroom and that is it. A few dishes in the kitchen. And 2 days later I go through it again and nothing has changed. So I mentioned this to a friend and he says, well, what's his name? And he puts it in the computer, and he looks and he says, oh, here he is. He was here 4 hours ago. I said, what do you mean? He's on Foursquare. I said, what do you mean? He says, here's where he was yesterday. I'm like, what the hell? You know, I wish I could see where he's going to be, because then I would bump into him. So I started to pattern him, and I realized that if I went to a state store and just hung there for a day, he probably would come in. If I went to a nice bar in Westchester, you know, there's a good chance one night he would be there. Well, I have 4 kids and I can't do that. I would like to sit here and wait for someone, but it wouldn't work out. So I came to the conclusion after several nights of looking that he was checking in at the Princess's Palace in Devon. And I thought, he is using the house as a storage locker for his stuff while he's at his girlfriend's house. So I finally decided I'm gonna pack up all his stuff for him, and I put it away. And several days later, I get a text message from him saying, I realize you have all my stuff, how do I get it back? And I sent him a message, well, how about 4 o'clock on Thursday or Friday? He said, I think, he sends back a message, I think Thursday will work. So I meet him at a Wawa, and his dad is driving a truck with a U-Haul trailer. So I said, here, follow me. We go over, I open up where I had his stuff, and his dad says to me, so you called me about 3 weeks ago. I said, yeah. I said, I'm glad you're helping him out. And he said, you know, he's got some problems. I don't agree with what you did, being taking all his stuff. I said, I had to get this going. I said, I haven't rented it, you know, next week, and, you know, everything's good. And he said, no, I can understand. But I never realized that you can actually pattern somebody as simple as that. You can make up an account and you can put a pretty picture of a Playboy playmate as the person, and he will friend it within about 60 seconds. And when you send him posts of Foursquare that you're skinny dipping at your friend's house, he sends back a message, I want in. So it's just, All you have to do is to appeal to the right person in the right way, and they will follow you or let you know where they are, because they would like to meet you if you're that person.